You can walk onto the set with Mamet, and you say to yourself, the films he's directed, that he's written, have been less successful than the scripts he wrote that other people directed.
Yeah.
But that can't influence what you do. You have to go in with people and always say and think the best. I'm not just saying this to be warm. You know what I mean? You go in there, you don't want to predict failure. I've made movies where the other actor or actress was someone who I didn't quite understand what they were doing.
Sucked.
And I didn't quite understand why the director wasn't on them.
Who is it?
Liz
Lemon?
Right.
We were all
she's
thinking
the opposite.
it.
She's the opposite.
She's the funniest person on earth.
Well, she's such a unique person, you know, because she's so funny in that way. I mean, you realize that when I worked with them, I wasn't funny when I worked with them.
Shut the fuck up.
Well, no, but I've done some SNL, but the point is this, but I really mean this. I learned not to be funny, but I learned what was funny. A lot of things you see now on TV, I mean, a ton of it is more cute than funny. And Tina was funny. I mean, they'd hand me scripts. We do a Wednesday read-through, and they'd hand us the script on a Wednesday morning, and I'd read it in the makeup chair. And then we go up to a lunch conference room, which had cameras to beam us to Burbank for the executives in California to watch the read-through at 12 noon. And they'd hand me the script, I'd read it. I'd go see Robert Carlock for the lunch read-through, and I look at him, I go, are you fucking kidding me? You want me to do, are you out of your mind? You want me to do this? I was like a gay Mexican soap opera star playing against myself, doing the Patty Duke thing. And he's like, and Carlock always said the same thing. He said, it's a big swing, it's a big swing.
Yeah.
But we know you can, we have faith in you. We think
It's
you can
fun too, right?
I never had more fun in my life.
The scene, there's a particular scene which I think your performance is a master class in like comedic acting, but it's the scene where you take Tracy to meet the NBC therapist, and you play like 12 different characters.
I bust up a shipper rope.
And he starts engaging.
What a line.
It is like a perfect scene. I actually just this morning remembered another scene of yours, which I literally made me pee my pants when I was a kid, or like younger. But in Along Came Polly, when you're pissing next to Ben Stiller, and then you tenderly like squeeze his earlobe, and then you start massaging his butt, like after you've been pissing, and you're his boss, of course. It's just.
I knew she was a dime store whore the moment I laid eyes on her.
Dude, who had the vision that, like, who knew you were funny? Because you're gonna do this, like, I'm not funny at all. I'm just an actor. But like, was it Lorne? Like, did Lorne?
I went and did SNL the first time, and what I learned was, unless you're Stallone or Schwarzenegger, where they're gonna make fun of your persona, if they're not gonna do that, you got to become one of the company and just pull your pants down and make an ass of yourself.
Is it more fun?
Oh yeah. No, I loved SNL because you would never. There's things you do, they're not all of it, but there were things you would do that you would never do anywhere else.
Yeah.
To have that experience, you had to do that show.
Like Little Canteen Boy?
I don't think he was Little Canteen Boy.
What is it?
I think he was Strapping Canteen Boy.
Oh, that was what it was.
Oh, no, I was the scoutmaster. You're right.
Yeah. We used to live in a fucking...
Sandler.
Better, yeah, Sandler.
They got more complaints about that sketch than any sketch they had up until
It was pretty funny, honestly. Do you ever fear that, like, your perception as a celebrity might overshadow like the very reason why you're a celebrity?
Well, yeah, you have to be very careful. I tell people all the time who are young, I'm like, don't. See, the people who are the biggest stars, you know the least about them. Yeah. And they control them.
I would be a ghost.
Yeah. Because if you go out, if they see you doing things in public and it's not appealing or attractive, it's not going to help you. Like, I felt like if guys were 75 feet away with a long lens and they took your picture, I never cared. It was when they got up close and almost hit my wife in the teeth with the lens of their camera.
I mean, I would get super pissed off
panicky.
too.
Yeah, I did get, I took the bait more than once.
But it's not the bait. They're fucking hitting your wife in the face with a camera.
Almost, yeah.
Was the first time you got paparazzi like kind of cool? Were you like, dude, I must be sexy guy?
No, I hated them from day one.
You hated them day one. But there's an Italian guy following you around. He's like, Bella, Bella, you know, I don't know what they're like. I've never gotten one.
Well, here it's gone from like a, you see, you're too young to remember, like here it's gone from like a very, very obscure corner. Yeah. The entertainment space is a room. They were off in a little corner. And all this kind of salacious, gossipy stuff was very, very, very like third or fourth tier.
I feel like you didn't know about people's lives.
And now it's an industry. And now they're going around and making a fool of famous, wealthy sports figures, music figures, entertainers, or whatever, actors, businessmen, Musk, whoever. politicians to humiliate them and embarrass them publicly. That's a huge industry now, a very big industry. So they're out there with nets trying to catch something.
I feel like I'm lucky that I'm not a punching guy. I'm more of a like I'll psychologically destroy you, play the long game.
Yeah, you stare at them.
Do you think that you were characterized as a
bully,
a tabloid fixture?
As a bully, I bullied these photographers. I went up to one girl
The guys
one
ever
time.
try to take a picture of your newborn child?
Well, one guy walks up. We're coming out of our building, and we're walking down the block, and he's walking backwards, and he's really big. He's like 6'4". He's tall. And he's a big guy, you know what I mean? And he doesn't pay attention. And he trips and falls and sits on a baby in a stroller. What's behind
Your
him.
baby?
No, somebody else's.
Oh,
a woman's
God.
coming this
Thank
way,
God.
and he's going backwards, and he falls onto and sits on the baby in the stroller. And I thought to myself, well, I won't say what I thought.
You're like, it's my fault. You're like,
no.
I'm a really.
We should just chop him up now, right here.
I wanted to mention something to you that I've felt, and it's kind of like been dawned on me since I was like doing the research for you, and it's going back to what I said is like that your celebrity sometimes has overshadowed kind of
My reputation is what you mean.
But it's
you
just
use
like,
the word celebrity.
Or
being coy.
Public life, right? Something I've picked up on is like I watched your reality show, right? And
Why?
because like I was being thorough, but like it really dawned. The first thought I had was like, is this what you have to do these days? Like in a moment of extreme like personal crisis, like
I'm weeping in a conference room with some publicists, and I go, "What can I do to clean up this mess?" And they go, "You can have 7 kids."
Is it? But like what I'm saying is like for me personally, I've like I'm not into like celebrity gossip, but when I heard about what happened, right, it didn't sound real to me.
Where?
Right, in New Mexico.
Oh, right.
It didn't sound like a real thing that happened in the real world. I think we probably made jokes about it. Like it didn't dawn on me until I was doing research for the show, and I really felt like it would be something that you would carry for the rest of your life. And it's just, it kind of dawned on me that like people don't perceive public figures as real human beings, perhaps.
I think that in that case, among countless things I could say, was the idea that when my case imploded and was over, and it was over not because of a statement of a jury or of the cleverness of my lawyers, the judge ended the trial.
It was thrown out, yeah.
The judge terminated the trial. She thought this is enough of this is just insane. And when that happened, a friend of mine, a woman who's an attorney, very famous attorney, she said to me that what bothered her was, she said, once they couldn't get you, it was over. The case didn't continue. They're not out there looking for the guy that brought the bullets onto the set. They're not doing. once they attempted to frame you and they couldn't do it, it ended.
Yeah.
Which that should be of grave concern to everybody that lives in that community, that it just imploded because they didn't succeed at their other
Certainly, but beyond that, like I looked at like the way that it's discussed in popular discourse and on the internet. Like I looked at Reddit, and
Well, Reddit's bad.
it's bad, but it seems
Reddit's
like
ugly.
People don't process it in a way that this is clearly something that is not someone's fault. Instead, they kind of, in a very unfair way, assign blame to you.
Yeah.
No, it's not funny. Funny is like at least like.
Well, a lot of it they think it's funny.
Funny is like, at least like ironic. I think people that genuinely assign blame for something that's like literally, you know, that you'll carry for the rest of your life, and it really upset me, especially because I've been like revisiting all your work, that like this thing could overshadow like what is so beloved about you. You know?
Well, I mean, on one hand, you say to yourself, you say carry for the rest of your life. I don't really carry anything for the rest of my life, meaning do I feel overwhelmed and pained by the suffering and the tragedy of what happened? Yes. But do I feel responsible? No.
No,
Because
certainly
what
not.
happened was, remember, they decided to leapfrog over or pole vault over the whole idea that in the previous several days we were doing the film, we did a protocol that we did the same thing, and nobody came up to me in my shooting of the film.
You don't have.
Well, I just want to say, because you did bring it up, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days, no one came up to me and said, hey, let's do it this way. It was only after the fact that they said, oh, well, we're supposed to do it this way. But let me just close.
I don't want to. Yeah,
but I want to end on a positive note.
Yeah,
So,
no, but
let me just say this,
yeah,
which
go
is
ahead.
that having my kids and having all these children, I'm 67 years old, I got a 3-year-old baby. So I got a lot of kids at home, little kids, and they saved my life. And I'm sure the same is true with you, which is that you get to the point where, I mean, I'm older now, but when you get to the point where you think less about where you get love than where you give love.
Yes.
One of the more frustrating and even painful things in life is you have nobody to give your love to. You might have a lot of love to give in your heart to people. Your parents are gone, what have you. And with my kids, it's like, I have a lot of love to give, and I have all these kids around me all day long, and I'm not really I wasn't doing very much for the last 3.5 years.
Yeah.
I was home all the time, and they saved me. They saved my life.